Hello everyone, I am Evelyn and welcome back to my garden. If you are new to my channel, I am growing in Zone 10A, Southern California. And today is another warm summer day. And I am going to cut back some of my container garden. And that's because they've been growing for a couple of months now. And they usually grow up to December. So they still have a long way to go. So I need to give them a fresh start. So basically we will start in this corner here. I'm gonna cut back my sunflower and go this way. This sunflower didn't get a chance to mature, meaning to say it didn't reach its mature size, and maybe it has to do with too much competition of plants in the pot. So oftentimes when I cut off the main stem of this sunflower, I do not cut all the way to the ground or do not include the roots, and that's because eventually the roots will decay and it can have nutrients for the next plant that will grow in that container. While I am getting rid of this sunflower, I also planted a new sunflower seed in this same container here. Although it may take a while for it to grow, simply needed a backup sunflower in each container. This one is a big one, but at the back part of this sunflower, there's a lot of spider mites and a lot of spider webs as well. And the flower itself is already looking dead. Even though the supertunias looks like they are in full bloom, I need to cut them down. That's because the color of the petals are kind of pale and I want them to have a new start. So all I have to do is grab as much supertunias as I can. Look how long that supertunia is. It's pretty long, so I'm gonna cut them at least 50%. And the length of how short or how long you're gonna cut it all depends on you, your preference, and per your experience as well. So see how long that is? The bottom part is kind of yellowish. Basically, I'm talking about the leaves. So it's time to cut this down. Violet Night's color is also fading and it looks kind of ugly right now, so this needs to be cut as well. Oftentimes when I cut back my container garden, I'm usually rough, meaning to say I cut as much as I can, and that's just the way I do it. So when you do it at home, you have to follow what you want, not what your viewers want. Because at the end of the day, it's your garden and it's your rules in your garden. You do what you want in your garden. So that's the first one. We're gonna move this to the side. This is the same story. The back part of it have some brownish or yellowish leaves, so this needs to be cut as well. as this petunia become bigger and wider, the entire pot becomes shady, and if you keep watering it, it becomes a good environment for snail to stay in there and munch all the plants. And if I were to move this around, look at that one right there, that is a big snail. And this one right here is a snail as well. So which is why every now and then I need to cut back my annuals. See that one? And that one, we have to get rid of that as well. Because what they do is, when the plant is so moist, these snails can produce a lot of babies. And then they will eventually kill the plant as they cover it with some slime. What I usually do is grab as much plant as I can and then start cutting. I usually start on the side of the plant and then go on top. There's a lot of birds and bees in the morning here, so that's the noise that you're hearing right now. Just different kinds of birds that come closer to the garden. And oftentimes I get distracted when I'm doing something in the garden, and that's because I like to watch birds and I want to try to identify what kind of birds visits my garden. Uh-oh, there's another snail. Whew. I knew it. Even though my marigold and my cosmos are still producing flowers, since the cosmos is covered with a lot of powdery mildew, I need to get rid of the entire plants in this container. That's because I don't want to spread it in a different container garden. I may not be able to finish all my tasks today, and that's because my daughter wants to practice tennis. We have to take off early this morning. In this video, we will also uppot our Cleopatra canna lily. I'm just gonna dig a hole here. By the way, this soil have already a lot of slow release fertilizer, and also I watered this yesterday with a fish fertilizer. By adding this canna lily in this container, I don't need to add more fertilizer. Something is pulling backward there, so okay. Oh, I think we did it. Okay. That was a long process, longer than I thought. I guess I need to take it out again and grab some soil off the pot. Then I have to backfill this with the soil that I took out from the container earlier. Gotta make sure that I place a stake for this long stalk in here, just for partial support. I have to get rid of this old flower buds there, or flower stalk. That's all I have for you for today. See you guys in my next video upload. Bye!